Hello everyone, thanks for watching our videos and hope it is helpful for your studies. So moving on to the fourth module, because it is what something different compared to module 1 and module 2. It is a bit difficult. It's not difficult, but compared to that we don't have any linkage to module 1 or module 2. So moving on to the fourth module. So the first question is that how to evaluate the self explanation in START. Okay, this will be asking for 8 marks, or sometimes it will be asking for 10 marks. Okay, so please do concentrate on this question. And moving on to the explanation. So in this START explanation, that is self explanation in START, we will be having the two experiments. Okay, we are having two experiments with this question. So one is SERT, one is with the SERT, and another one is the START. Okay, these are all the two experiments we are come across in this self explanation. SERT means the SERT trained people, and START trained people. We are going to give the same data set to both of the what's that, SERT trainers and START trainers, and we'll be seeing the results, what's the result and which results is good. Like that we are going to compare. So moving on to the first experiment. So first experiment is what? It is SERT training. Okay, it is based on the SERT training, and in this video I'll be explaining the SERT. So in the next video I'll be explaining START. So moving on to the explanation. So experiment 1, we are discussing about the self explanation, right? So self explanation. So the self explanation were collected from the college students. Okay, we are collected the self explanation from the college students who are provided with SERT training and then tested with two texts. Okay, we are going to collect the self explanations from the college students, and those students are trained with the SERT. Okay, and then we are tested with the two texts. Okay, we are tested with the two texts. What are those two texts? Are thunderstorm and coal. These are the two texts that we are going to take. Okay, these are the two texts, thunderstorm and coal. Then both texts considered both texts are consisted of 20 sentences. Okay, we'll be having two texts, that is thunderstorm and coal, and both of these are consisted of 20 sentences. Thunderstorm is also consisting of 20 sentences, and coal is also consisting of the 20 sentences. So here the thunderstorm text was self-explained by 36 students. Okay, we are having two texts, right? One is thunderstorm and another one is the coal text. Here the thunderstorm text, which is explained by the 36 students. Okay, it is explained by the 36 students. This thunderstorm text is explained by the 36 students, and now the coal text is explained by the 38 students. Okay, this is what we'll be having the two texts, that is one is thunderstorm and one is coal, and both are having the 20 sentences. The thunderstorm is explained by, that is self-explained, it is not explained, it is self-explained by 36 students, and coal text was self-explained by the 38 students. So self-explanation were coded by the experts according to the following. Here these self-explanations are coded. Okay, these self explanations are coded by the experts. Okay, they are coded according to the 4-point scale. Okay, please note on this. According to the 4 scales, they coded the self explanations. Okay, what are those 4-point scales? Are they are going to make or they are going to assign some values, that is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, 0 indicates that the data is irrelevant or it is vague. Okay, 1 indicates that sentence is focused, it is sentence focused data, and 2 indicates it's a local focused, and 3 indicates it's a global focused. Okay, this is what the 4-point scale they are using for coding the self explanations. Okay, then moving on to the next slide. So after all these all these things they have applied to the data, they are obtained with the result. Okay, the result says Hence, we are calculated the correlation and percent agreement between human and system evolutions. Yes, right. We are calculating the correlation among these data, that is thunderstorm and coal. So we are calculating the correlation. Okay, the result is obtained is we calculated with the correlation among these data and percent agreement. What is the percent agreement between the human and system evolution? Okay, that is human applications and system evaluations. What is the agreement between them? We are going to calculate that. And additionally, here we are having one more term that is called as d primes. Okay, it is d prime. So d prime means what? D prime is nothing but, see, here we come across one more term that is d prime. Okay, d prime means d primes were, so simply, and this d prime is also simply it is called as d's. Okay, it is called as d's. They were computed for each strategy level as a measure of how well system could discriminate among different levels of strategy. So d prime, what it will do means, it is going to tell how, okay, it is a see here, it is going to tell how well system could discriminate among the different levels of strategy use. Okay, d prime is going to tell how well the system is discriminated among the what, among different level of strategy. Okay, it tells how well it is discriminated, what the system is discriminated among the different levels. So the d's were computed here. The d's will be having two terms, that is hit rate and false alarm rates. Okay, d's is computed from the hit rates or hit and the false alarm rates. Here the hit will occur. When the hit will occur means, it is occur when system is associated with the same self explanations. Okay, hit is going to occur when system associated with the same self explanations as the human judges. Okay, if it is associated with the same self explanation as the human judges, then it is said to be hit. Okay, then false alarm, when the false alarm will occur, it would occur if system assigned to the self explanation to a category that was different from the human judges. Okay, the false rate will occur when it will occur means, if it is assigned with different form of the human judges and different assigned with the different category. Okay, if it is assigned with the different self explanation, if it is assigned with the different self explanation that of the human judges, then it is said to be false alarm. What is hit then? Hit is it is assigned with the same self explanation. Okay, this is what hit rate and d primes. And d's are highest when hits are high and false alarms are low, and d's are said to be high. Okay, these will be having high value or high rates when will be having the hits rate are high and false alarms are low, then d's will be highest. So this is the table that we obtained. So for thunderstorm data, that is thunderstorm text and also cold text. So these are all the values that they have calculated. Okay, by applying some rules, that is I'll be explaining here in this slide, that is word based formulas and LSA based formulas. These tables are obtained by using those word based formulas and LSA. See, you can see here LSA1, LSA2. This is WB means word based. Okay, word based formulas and LSA based formulas. By applying these formulas, they'll be obtained with these results. Okay, you can write it manually because you have to calculate. How they are calculated, this is not very this is actually in detail, so this is not required, so you can write the values manually. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. If we were apply word based formulas to the another text, okay, see, if you are applying word based formulas to calculate the values, okay, then what you will be getting means, we have less assurance of finding the same performance. Okay, if you are applying word based formula means, you are less assurance of getting the same performance. For example, in I'll be giving real time example for you so that it will be easy for you to understand. So if you are reading theory, only the theory part questions, and you have secured 80 marks in the previous semester, but again in this sem also, if you thought of reading only theory questions and you are expecting you will be getting the 80 marks this time also, that is not true. Maybe they'll be asking some problematic questions at this time. We cannot predict, right? So we cannot assume that only reading theory questions I'll be scoring 80 marks every time. That is not the case. So this is what, so please don't write this example. For your understanding purpose, I have just given that example. Okay, here the same thing they have explained, that is by applying the word based formulas always, we cannot predict, like we cannot assume we'll be getting the same value in the next time also. So this is not possible, this is less assurance of finding performance. But if we apply the LSA based formulas, then we will be getting the good performance. Okay, more likely to replicate across the test, it is more likely. LSA based performance will give the same performances, chances of getting the same performances is high if we apply the LSA based formulas. Okay, so D indicates both system performance is quite good explanations that were given. Okay, D's are what? These are nothing but they are going to measure the performance whether it is good or not by giving the human ratings, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, by giving the ratings it will tell whether it is a good performance or not. So here I have explained, 0 means irrelevant, 1 means sentence focus, 2 means local focus, 3 means global focus, like this. So with that ratings we can find whether the performance is good or not. Thus the system successfully identifies poor explanations. Okay, according to this ratings. So if you consider the real time examples, you will be giving ratings for some product. If you are doing some online shoppings, so you will be asked for the ratings, right, for that particular product. Or if you are purchasing something means you first look into the ratings whether the product was good or not. If it is not good, the rating will be low, that is a 1 star or a 0 star, like that. They'll be giving some rating to the product, right? Here also the same thing, by the human ratings it is going to measure the performance whether it is good or not. And also it is going to identify whether it is a poor explanation or poor paraphrases, or it is a very good explanations. If it is 5 star means it is very good explanation or the product is good, like that only it is going to measure whether it is poor paraphrases or whether it is very good explanations, depending on the human ratings. Although not perfect, although these data, see, we are applying word based approaches, that is word based formulas means, as I said, it is not accurate, right? Because we cannot predict the same thing will be appearing this time also. If we are getting 80% accuracy in the last time, we cannot expect that this time also we will be getting the same accuracy. So that is what it is. Even though it is not perfect, we consider this results as a success. Why we are considering this as a result means, because we are going to misclassify as a poor explanations. See here, the poor explanations, what are all the poor explanations that we are having, we are going to misclassify them. So if we are misclassifying them means we are remained with what? The good performances, right? So that is why we are considering these results as a success, even though it is not perfect. The data is not perfect, because applying the word based approach or word based formulas will be not getting the accurate results, right? Because we are predicting the same thing we will be getting this time also, but this is not possible. Maybe this time we'll be having some practical knowledge or problematic questions. As I said, the real time example, don't write that. So for the understanding purpose I have explained that. Okay, so even though it is not perfect, the result will be success, because we are going to misclassify the poor explanation. So misclassifying or removing that poor so you treat as a misclassification is removing that, or classifying separately. The misclassified poor explanations are classified separately means we are remained with what? A good classifications, right? So it is considered to be success. Okay, this is what the START explanation, that is, this is the experiment 1, and I'll be explaining the experiment 2 in the next videos. Hope you are watching these videos and it is helpful for your examinations. Please do watch, do subscribe, and like the videos and share the videos. Thank you so much.